Hey guys, what's going on? It's a Block Bull right back now, bringing you the latest episode to the channel. Now today we will look at the charts and cover some of the biggest gainers so far this week. I know we're only Tuesday, but hey ho. Anyhow, in other news, XRP will be getting its own documentary. So this is all news. However, there's now an official release date when this XRP documentary will be coming out. Now, this XRP documentary will be covered by Amazon and Apple TV. So these are the two platforms that will be showcasing this documentary. So again, available in many places so that audience can view it in the locations they think makes more sense. Now I think most people have access to Amazon and probably subscribe to Amazon Prime. And I'm sure there's going to be clips and there'll be other channels uploading the full length sort of documentary on YouTube before they take it down, no doubt. So this is where we are now, guys. This is going to be absolutely bullish to watch. I am really looking forward to this. However, this will not affect my sort of price forecast for XRP going forward. I still believe we have got a long way to go up until the end of the year before we really do get moving. Okay. In other news as well, this is definitely bullish news for content creators as well. As we move into this digital age, if we're not already in this digital era, we are about to do so now. Obviously with crypto payments becoming more mainstream in the coming years, especially once utility kicks in. But if you've not got some sort of platform, if you're not building an online presence, I feel personal branding is so important in today's society, because it's very, very difficult to gain traction, because it's all down to, this is almost like a business lesson, because a lot of traffic, it's either paid ads or it's going to be free content in some description. Okay, now with the algorithms, whether it's on Facebook ads or Google ads, obviously Google owns YouTube as well, so if you're seeing adverts on other YouTube channels as well, they're all paid ads, and these algorithms know exactly how much to build businesses and companies in order for them to make small margins in the marketplace. Because obviously if you're making 10-20% profit margins, they're going to squeeze you until that budget is very, very little. So this is why it's so important. Now this is a massive sort of marketplace now for people over on X. It gives us an alternative to not just YouTube but also to X as well. So if I'm not filming a YouTube channel or I'm not watching YouTube videos myself, I'll be over on X, and basically it's all to do with crypto. So anybody I follow over on X, over on here, it will like 9 times out of 10, 99% of the people that I follow will be crypto related. Okay, and that is the way that you want to streamline your sort of audience, because I'm a firm believer that if you spend all your time around 5 millionaires, you will be the 6th millionaire. It's all about being a product of your environment, and it's not just in real life as well. When you're in your day job or you're going about with your friends and your family, it's also a lot of what you consume out there on the internet as well. Everyone's got access to social media. Some people are watching me, liking memes. Some people are over on TikTok just watching people dance around like idiots in the kitchens. Do you know what I mean? We all want to have a bit of laugh and that, but ultimately you want to be serious about your productivity. So whether that's going out earning some more money, whether that's improving like your fitness and your sort of lifestyle as well, you want to create this life you want to lead. Now for me, going to the gym, looking after your diet, etc., that's only half of the equation. It's all about health and wealth. Now, the other side of the flip coin is obviously making the bag as well. Now, we've talked about XRP, XDC, some other ISO coins, and we've also got some small cap gems as well that I believe can make you a ton of money in this bull market to come. I do believe we're running into a super cycle now. So, without further ado, we do have Gala. Now, I have got my eye on Gala recently because I believe we've actually printed an inverse head and shoulder pattern here. You can see here, this would be the left shoulder, the head, and then the right shoulder. Obviously, you'd flip that around, so, technically this could be the left shoulder, and this would be the right shoulder, obviously, with an inverse flip. However, the bottom is in my opinion, and the bottom went in around October of 2023 last year. Now, we've just had this confirmation of the inverse head and shoulder pattern, and we've also got this red trend line as well, which is of significance. So we've actually managed to break above this red trend line, and it looks like we're coming. Whether or not we're coming back to retest it, not that it's necessary, but we're in a really sort of bullish environment, in my opinion, before Gala Games actually gets going. Now, we have talked about how Gala likes to move in vertical lines, so I do believe this sort of blue box here, this horizontal box, will be the first sort of major resistance, as there is plenty of demand and liquidity in this sort of section. Now, at current price action, this is up to, I could actually use a cursory, anywhere from 620% gain, all the way up to about, I'd say about 670% gain. So there's some serious gains to be had here over here on Velo, and then obviously I've got this second target as well, where you can see here where we spiked up here into the demand, and then we rolled over into the bear market ultimately. Now again, you got these wicks coming in here, so that to me is signs of liquidity in this sort of section. Now look at the gains from current price action. We're looking at an 18-19x from current price action with Gala. Now I've talked about how Gala can make these moves in a couple of weeks. So this is the weekly chart. Obviously we got impulse 1, so that's literally 1 week, and then a second green candle, that's 2 weeks to go from down here around 9 cent to wick as high as 84 cents, to set the new all-time high back in November 21. So that is massive. So not financial advice, but I hope you're there for the ride with Gala, because these other coins like XDC and XRP are obviously taking their time. They're being stubborn. Obviously there's not enough movement, there's not enough volume yet. Now cycles will cycle, so they are obviously waiting for an injection of capital. Whether or not they're going to be utilised for real world utility, who knows, but sooner or later they will also take off. But in the interim, we want to be seeing some gains. So this is why I'm backing Gala over the next sort of month or two, especially leading up until Christmas. Now let's go over to XRP. We're currently trading at 59 cents still. Now we discussed about this. I'm going to move over to the log chart as well, which is what this TA is actually tailored for. So again, I'm surprised that we're still not seeing this sort of blue trend line being targeted here around, I'd say about 65 cent now. I've tweaked it ever so slightly, so I was targeting about 68 cent. Nevertheless, the breakout remains the same, so nothing new with XRP. We'll go over to the pair. So this is XRP Bitcoin. We've talked about in previous videos, and I've also posted on X how we had 7 consecutive green candles. We was looking to make a presidential 8 green consecutive candle. However, that was invalidated, obviously, with this green, with this red weekly candle, which closed this weekend. However, we have got going, and we are back into the green. So we're looking okay. XRP is still outperforming Bitcoin over the past 7 to 8 weeks, in my opinion, and this is a massive trend reversal here. As I scroll out, you can see, guys, we talked about this 1 peak, 2 peak wedge, 1 peak, 2 peak wedge, and then we're looking for that breakout. So these are my targets up here, guys. Okay, let's have a look on XDC. I've also tweeted quite a lot about the XDC network up against XRP. So this is where we are now, guys. We're literally at the precipice. So September with the rate cuts going into the end of Q4. Well, we're going into Q4, but from beginning of Q4 up until the end of the year, we will be looking for XDC now to start beginning to gain a little bit more traction, especially with XDC 2.0 coming in the month of September. So it's looking very, very bullish in my opinion for XDC, yet to get moving. Now, talking of XDC, let's go over to the chart as well, because we have noticed, if I go over, just a quick honourable mention as well to DP as well. He's liking a lot of my posts. He's also retweeted as well down here. Obviously big in the game with XRP as well. Follow me. Go on, DP. Big up DP. 164,000 followers. My God. The guy is absolutely smashing it. Anyhow, let's get onto the XDC network. As we was mentioned then, got distracted a little bit. However, let's go on to the hourly or 2 hourly. It doesn't really matter because they are very similar. So we marked out this vertical line here ever since the 9th of August. So we've been in this consolidation sort of price action here, this sort of sideways boring action. We got the breakout and the retest, and we brought down a little bit further. Nothing too significant, nothing spooked the markets. However, we've obviously trickled back up there into this consolidation channel. So XDC is printing some very, very peculiar price action. So this for me is almost like the calm before the storm, in my opinion. Before, like I say, this XDC 2.0 is going live next month. Now a lot of institutions will be waiting for that sort of technology, that sort of upgrade to be implemented into the XDC network, because that will ultimately lead XDC to perform extremely well in this bull market as we do head into the into Q4 of this year. So that's where we are now, guys. What I'm going to do is let's just finish off with Bitcoin, because I've not covered Bitcoin for a long time. Now, where are we now? Because I've not actually seen. You can see this is 2 hour chart at the moment. Let's just scroll out, get the bigger picture first and foremost. Let's have a look. So this is where we are. I drew this. I can go out even further as well. Let's go out onto the month, because I've got these blue trend lines marked in place. Now look how predictable Bitcoin price is. So ever since this monthly high here, we got the 2017-18 high, and then we did it again. We breached the blue trend line, and then we come down, retested, and that's when we rolled over into the bear market. So this is where we are. We've obviously bounced off, bounced once, bounced twice. We've actually spiked down for the third time. So is that the third and final time that Bitcoin wants to retest this bottom trend line as support? I believe so, because we did wick through there successfully, in my opinion. And we're back at this sort of shorter term sort of price analysis here with these white trend lines as well. So you can see how we sort of made a resistance line here. So we bounced off. We got that dodgy candle to illustrate that we will be injecting volume into the market, and that's when we break the resistance. We come back down and tested support. So we got like this sort of descending trend line now, acting as resistance now. So whether or not we trade sort of sideways till November, December, end of this year, and then we get the pop with the rest of the altcoin market as well, which is when I expect altcoins to really fly. Come December, January, before we start making these significant moves. Now, if, for example, Bitcoin wants to get back up here, which I do expect Bitcoin to do at some point, whether or not, obviously we're not just going to move in vertical lines, I do expect the altcoin market to come to an end in September, October time, when XRP tops out, in my opinion. So we'd probably be looking around, if I was to just drag it up, where are we now? Say October. It's about there. So we're looking at around just over $500,000 per Bitcoin. Now, to me, I thought that was unrealistic. You know, I was targeting about $180,000. But according to this TA, I'm just going off the data. You know, for me, I'd probably be looking at like 180 to 220. I'd said $200,000, give or take 10%, so that'd take us up to about 220, down to about 180k. So that's my sort of prediction. However, like I said, with this TA, if the market does end in September, October time, there is a chance, there is a possibility that we can get up to about 500k, if not slightly above there, and test that blue trend line before capitulation. Okay, so yeah, just putting it out there, guys. If you enjoyed the content, please smash the like button, subscribe, comment, do what you gotta do. Let me know what crypto tokens you want to see next. I've been the Block Bull. Until next time, take it easy, guy. Over and out.